helped Katrilli Finnish Folkdancers for 2 years, and this year I am very proud to say that she volunteered for Folklife, and I'm not kidding you, she worked for 3 hours in the hospitality lounge. And so this is a little girl who is really involved with Folklife. So Louisa, why do you like Folklife?
It's fun.
And what should all the people do here to keep Folklife fun?
Buy a button.
So there you've got it. You want Folklife to be fun next year? Buy a button. Thank you very much. The musicians are getting set up, so I want to welcome you to the 40th anniversary celebration of Folklife, and that is really something. 40 years of bringing you great ethnic entertainment. And today, welcome to a little bit of Finland with Katrilli Finnish Folkdancers. And right behind us are our wonderful musicians, Folk Boys. And it is always a great honor to actually be able to dance to live music. So Finland is the land of the thousand lakes and a thriving folk culture. And we are wearing our national costumes today, and we represent all regions of Finland. And if you have any questions about our costumes or our dances, see any of us later. A lot of the dances that the Finns do in their folk dance came from dances from Europe, ballroom dances in the 17th and 18th century. Well, the Finnish peasants weren't allowed to go to these dances that the aristocracy did in their fine manners and home, but they observed, and they took the elements of these fancy ballroom dances and made them their own into folk dances. So, with Louisa's help, we're going to show you where our folk dances, what country they originally came from. The first dance is a Mazurka. Little hint there. And Mazurka came from Poland. Originally, the Polish Mazurka was very delicate and little bellies with some little tiny kicks. But the Finns, most of them worked on the farms, so you'll see them with this dance lifting their knees up because they probably had very heavy farms in the field. So, Katrilli Finnish Folkdancers with Folk Boys, Mazurka, Pappani Kalla. Is old. This next dance originated in Germany in the 1950s. Rock and roll was really popular, But some of the more mature Finns didn't like so much of the loudness of the rock and roll and the energy. And they started going to some German cafes where they heard the Humpa music. And so the next dance started and it's called the Humpa. But I want to clarify something here. Not all of us mature Finns don't like rock and roll. There's still a few of us who still like rock and roll. So Katrilli Finnish folk dancing showing variations of the Humpa. Russia. It's called Spadaspa. It was a court dance in Russia in the 1800s. In Finland, this is a very popular dance done in formal dances where the men wear their tuxedos and the women the long dresses. It is also a very popular dance done in Finnish graduation ceremonies, and it features a waltz. Spadaspa. It's not surprising that Finland shows a little bit of influence with the Russian type music and dance. So the next dance shows Russian influence, and it is called Kabushka.
I'll just keep the camera person.
While the dancers are reforming, I'd like to take this opportunity now that you can see the musicians to introduce them. On the bass is Jim, and Bergen, Phil on the accordion, and Chris on the guitar. Folk chorus. So Kabushka. Minuet was a very popular ballroom dance in France in the 17th century. Well, it looks like Louise has little mini United Nations here. Well, the minuet, of course, died out as a popular ballroom dance in France, but in Finland, the minuet has been done on folk idiom for several hundred years. And one reason Louisa was carrying so many flags, in Finland, the minuet is always followed by a very lively polska, which came from Poland, went to Norway, Sweden, and Finland. So Katrilli with a minuetti polska. of our Finnish folk dances originated in Europe, this one came from our country, the United States. Some Finnish dancers were touring the United States, and like a lot of tourists, they went to a country western bar where they fell in love with the country western dancing and music. And they took it back to Finland, where it became the Finnish hoedown. Is a very well-loved dance and music in the country of Finland. It is called Sakkijarvi Polka. And the polka originated from the country of Czechoslovakia. And the polka is done throughout the world, but most of the time the polka is done flat-footed. But the Finns always dance on the ball of their feet when they do the polka. And a Swede went to a Finnish dance, and he saw the dance and he asked the Finn, "Why do you dance that way?" And the Finn said, "We are so close to Russia, we must always be on our toes." I would like to say a little bit more about this dance because it's such an important dance in the country of Finland. In the Second World War, Russia was trying to invade Finland. The Finns found out about it and tried to stop some of the communication by blocking the airways. What they did, they played Sakkijarvi Polka 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on every radio station. Unfortunately, the Russians still got the land, but the Finns very proudly say, they may have taken some mosquito-bitten land, but they'll never take our polka away. So Sakkijarvi Polka.